Well, that makes a lot of sense, and that kind of brings me to my next question. And how do you demonstrate return on investment for your clients when data is lacking so much these days? How do you do that? How do you prove that you just did something and you were successful? And what do you do?
I think with the digital in the mix, it will make it much easier in terms of measuring the ROI in these days. There is a lot of third-party measurement. It's actually available to measure digital and digital success. However, there is actually many different ways in terms of measuring ROI to demonstrate whether if the campaign is success. In Admerasia, we actually have two ways of measuring because I mean, the official way is for digital. It's just like everybody else. We do leverage a lot of third party, just like general market. But however, for a lot of Asian media, those are not measured, including television, print, and all others. We do have an internal matrix that we developed to measure the success of the campaign. I mean, thank God there is a media science that we be able to form a formula to calculate what are the halo effect that is being generated from each of the non-measured media vehicles.
For some of our larger clients, we do some brand lift studies, and they sometimes do their own studies as well, which definitely helps figure out an ROI. I do think, obviously, what she just explained about digital, we are focused a lot on digital and on the ROIs of digital and the major KPIs. So it really depends on what the client is trying to prove or to what their goal is. So, there's different ways of measuring ROI, but it is harder and harder without the metrics and the accountability that some of the publishers that we deal with, or TV stations, or print, can provide.
Yeah, I think one of the things we could do is definitely on the agency side, making use of the tools, whether they be vanity URLs on the digital side, or unique 800 numbers in the spots, to be able to measure the response rates that we're getting. Because since as you point out, a lot of the TV and radio stations aren't necessarily measured by the Nielsen's and Arbitrons of the world. At least having some sort of benchmark for what those response rates look like are a very good indicator of the strength or of the power of individual publishers as a whole.